Hi, I am Dr. Shubhajit, a general surgeon by profession, and in NEET PG 2021 I secured a rank of 639 and it was my first attempt. And since for your NEET PG examination only 2 months are left, I am here to share with you 5 tips on how to prepare in the last 2 months. The fifth tip will be the most important one, so watch till the very end. Tip number 1: give grand tests and analyze. Now, why don't you give grand tests? It's either of the three. Firstly, you think you are not prepared enough, or you are afraid of getting demotivated by the results, or it's a PTSD from previous grand tests. Now, I will like to quote the exact words of the Bone teacher. Is the best day to give grand tests was yesterday. And the next quote will be of Paulo Coelho. Is the thing that keeps you from achieving your dreams is your fear of failure. And you have to find a way to get rid of it. Now for this I have to explain to you about the natural progression of a MCQ of a particular topic in subsequent grand tests. Now in your first grand test you will get it wrong. In your second grand test, you will still get it wrong, but you will remember, yes, there was once I have done that thing and I should have done it right. Now, in the next one, you will still get it wrong and you will feel like a fool. And from the fourth grand test onwards, there is a chance that you might or might not get it right. But my point being, it takes the souls and blessings of 4 fallen MCQs that you have done wrong in your grand test to get one question correct in NEET PG examination. But in order to get those 4 questions for different topic, you have to at least give 10 to 15 grand tests. And it's not just about giving the grand test. You have to analyze it fully to get any benefit from it. Personally, I gave grand tests across all platforms available online every alternate day and analyzed it. Now for tip number 2, I'll be talking about the source material from which you should be studying from in these last few days. The source material should A, cover the entire syllabus, and B, you should be able to cover that thing in these last 2 months. For this, my suggestion would be you stick to the material from which you have been studying. Marrow rapid revision, pre-platter rapid revision, DAMS notes, your notes, everything qualify as long as you can complete it. See, it's more important to know something of everything rather than knowing everything of something. Because if you haven't noticed till now, in NEET PG examination, more than 99% of the questions will be based on simple facts and simple topics which have been covered in your MBBS syllabus. Like it almost never contains questions based on unheard of facts, unheard of classifications, detailed cancer staging, and fancy names. Like it will be simplest topics and it will make the difference on how many you get correct. Now, as for the source of the grand test on Marrow will be on a very much higher level than what you will face in the NEET PG. Now, the mock test on prep ladder will be on par with that of the NEET PG question level. The DAMS mock test will have a combination of both difficult and easy questions, which give you a balance. Now, if you ever ask anyone who had a rank below 1000 in NEET PG, they all will answer you the same thing, that they have given mock test from every single platform available on the internet. Now, it is necessary because it gives a perspective about all the possible questions and the possible ways to answer those questions, because every platform offers you something extra. Especially don't miss the marrow pearls, because for me, those were not pearls, those were diamonds. Now, tip number 3 will be about which subjects to read in which order. Now, prefer the subjects which are non-volatile and which will stay with you at the beginning of your preparation, and leave the volatile subjects at the last. Now, volatile are those subjects which, if you read today, you will forget within 1 week. Like these subjects include biochemistry, pharmacology, forensic, microbiology, dermatology, and the embryology part of your anatomy syllabus. And the non volatile includes all the other subjects. Study the volatile subjects 1 or 2 weeks before the exam. In that way, you will be able to remember most of it. And in the meantime, complete all other subjects. Now you have to remember. The bigger the subjects, the easier to remember, the more people will answer it correctly. But the ultimate difference in your rank will be made by the volatile subjects itself, because those questions won't be answered by many. Make sure you complete those. Now for tip number 4. Make a schedule. Like there is no one particular schedule which fits everyone. Make your personal one. For me personally, I used to give alternate day grand tests on every platform available on the internet. And I did it for about 1.5 months. And then I left last 20 days before the examination purely for revision. And I did my revision from the Marrow Rapid Revisions. And feel free to do your revision from the source from which you have done your preparation from. Now for the last and the fifth one, and the most important one. Take care of your mental health, because this is the point that claims a lot of rank from everyone giving this test. During the schedule that I have just mentioned, make sure you get proper sleep and eat healthy, because it is necessary. And the most important thing is, when you enter the hall, you should not spend your ATPs on keeping your eyes open and rather focus on the exam itself. Now imagine yourself in the exam hall. Like you have just entered, everyone is sitting at the computer, and the exam has just started. You can listen to all the clicking of the mouse and the ticking of the clock. Like, what do you feel? If it's anxiety and panic, then you need to give more grand tests. Those mock tests are not there to mock you. It's just to give you a reality check of what to expect on the real one. You have to get rid of the fear of failure. See, I failed every day in some way or another so that I could succeed on just one day. That is the NEET PG 2021. On the other hand, if you feel a strange excitement that yes, this is the day when I finally succeed, then my friend, you're on the right path. Now, be it the first time Super Saiyan transformation of Vegeta, or the first time willful transformation into the Avatar state of Aang in Avatar The Last Airbender, the theme remains the same. That is, in order to achieve something worthwhile, you have to let go of everything else. So, for the next 2 months, the one and only focus should be on the NEET PG this year. Cut the noise, as they say in prep letter terms. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this helps you on your journey to the NEET PG.